Hi everyone, Mikey79 here and welcome to this new deck tech video. And this deck tech video will be all about the deck that I will be playing in the upcoming tournament Fight Club on Xbox One. If you don't know what that is, I've put a link in the description box below, and if you click it, it will lead you to the forum of No Goblins Allowed, and there you will find all the information you need about this tournament. Now, it isn't the first tournament that I've played in. I've done it twice before, I think. Uh, Not with very good results, to be quite honest. But it was fun. I do like to play these tournaments. They teach me a lot, and I have a blast with it. So. Now, to the deck that I will be playing. So, as you can see, I will be playing blue, red and green. So that's a Temur deck, or whatever you pronounce it. Uh, my English accent isn't always that exquisite. So let's check out the deck. Now, this isn't a control build. People probably expected that of me, but it isn't. As a matter of fact, I have little interaction with my opponent, so I don't have many solutions. On the other hand, what I really wanted this time is that I don't get mana screwed, and that I get my lands, and that I get the cards going. So I built a deck with that in mind, and I built something with cards that always give something back in return, an extra card or whatever. So I wanted to have something with lots of card advantage. So let's check this deck out and start with the Elvish Visionary right here. Now, not a very exciting card anymore, but it still lets me draw a card. And it's a good chum blocker. It's not a fast deck, so you gotta have some chum blockers, and I like the interaction, so yeah, those are needed. So I have this Elvish Visionary for 2 mana. When he enters the battlefield, I draw a card. That's it, and it's a 1/1. I play all 4 copies. Then an addition of Aether Revolt is this Druid of the Cowl for 2 mana, 1 green and a colorless. We get a 1/3, which is a great blocker early in the game. And he ramps because he can give you an extra mana. Then I play only 1 copy of the Trophy Mage, and I will explain why I only play 1 copy of it. For 2 and a blue we get a 2/2, and when he enters the battlefield we get to search an artifact card with converted mana cost 3. It can be less or more, it must be 3 exactly. Gotta reveal it, and then it comes into our hand. Now, the thing that I wanna go search for is obviously the Lifecrafter's Bestiary, or if I already have it, the Cultivator's Caravan is a good pick, and if I already have those, I can always get a Filigree Familiar. So that's card advantage. That was what I was talking about earlier. So then Nisa, Vastwood Seer, she go get me a forest, which is already nice. And when we play that land on the 7th land drop, yeah, then she transforms into Sage Animist, which is still a great planeswalker, by the way. She can give you card advantage and give you creatures, so pretty nice. Then the Reclamation Sage, I played 2 copies of it. I wish I played 3 now that I saw the deck lists of other players, but I think 2 is enough actually. Because, yeah, you don't want them if there's nothing to blow up. And I do have other ways to copy it or to search for it or whatever. But anyway, when he enters the battlefield, we can blow up a target artifact or enchantment. And usually, with the meta as it is for now, it will probably be an artifact with all those vehicles. So yeah, great card. Then Rogue Refiner, really nice card. For 3 mana we get a 3/2, so he's a decent hitter. And he also gives 2 energy counters. Now I don't play any energy cards, only this one, and I do play Aether Hub, so he gives fuel to the Aether Hub, so it's pretty nice. But when he enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card, so he already replaces himself the moment you play him, so pretty damn good card. Then the Filigree Familiar, also nice card. It's one of the yeah, I'm not gonna say it's a better card in this deck, it's a bit of a filler, but he is a 3 mana card, he fits the curve well, and when he dies he replaces himself again, it gives me some life, which is a bit important in this deck because it isn't a fast deck, so I need the life is welcome. Then the bestiary is absolutely a bomb in this deck because I almost only play creatures. It's a very creature based deck. You get to scry at the beginning of your upkeep, which is already pretty nice, and then whenever you cast a creature spell you can pay green mana, and if you do that you get to draw a card. So yeah, that's a real engine that you got going on. I only play one copy because usually, yeah, two copies isn't something that you want. Uh, but yeah, it's a very very strong card, and yeah, that's the reason why I play Trophy Mage actually. So I can go fetch that one. Then the Cultivator's Caravan. For 3 mana we get a 5/5 vehicle. But I actually play it to ramp a bit and to fix my mana colors. This guy does a great job. And it's only 3 mana, it's great. And if we can crew him for 3 we get a 5/5 hitter, which is also pretty decent. Then Imprisoned in the Moon, I've expected that there will be lots of planeswalkers in the tournament, so yeah, you need a direct solution for it. If I only depend on hitting them with my creatures, yeah, if it's a control deck that you're up against, then that's gonna be really tough. So that's why I play Imprisoned in the Moon. Now I can also enchant manlands or whatever, so even if I don't play a planeswalker deck, then it's still a valuable card. I think this is one of the better cards to deal with planeswalkers, and yeah, awesome card. And when they blow it up, I can probably get it back with the Green Warden of Murasa that you will see later in this video. Then Sahili Rai, yeah, for 3 mana we get a pretty decent planeswalker. She enters the battlefield with only 3 loyalty counters on her, so that's not much. But her +1, yeah, it makes you scry basically, and you deal 1 damage to an opponent, but okay. It's 1 damage, but that's not why I will be playing it. I play it for the scry, and I play it especially for the second ability, the -2. And basically that makes us make a copy a target artifact or creature, and then we can swing with it, and then it gets exiled at the end step. The last ability is also nice. We can go fetch for 3 artifacts. I don't play any of the big hitter artifacts, like I don't play any Gearhulks or anything. So yeah, if I can't play it, I have artifacts to go fetch, but they're not the bombs, you know, so I don't know if I will use it a lot. So basically the -2 is something that I will be using for yeah, some card advantage, to blow something up, or for yeah, a lot of creatures have enter the battlefield effect, so pretty nice. I play 2 copies of Altered Ego. Now this is a very this is a card that you can go a lot of ways with. I can copy something of my own, which will always have value, or I can copy something interesting of my opponent, of course, and I can put even some additional +1/+1 counters on it. So this is a really nice card. I like it a lot, and it doesn't see that much play anymore. At least I don't see any other players playing it. Then the Treasure Keeper, great card for that card advantage again. For 4 colorless mana, easy to cast. We get a 3/3, which is a good hitter. And when he dies, we get to reveal cards from the top of our library until we reveal a non-land card with converted mana cost 3 or less. And we get to play that for free. So pretty awesome. He replaces himself right away. Then I play Chandra, Torch of Defiance, for a couple of reasons. And those are 4 reasons actually, because she got 4 abilities. The first ability, yeah, sometimes I play it, but like I said before, it's not. I'm not going to burn my opponent away. It's not a burn deck, so if I can do the lethal damage with it, of course I will do it. But anyway, you get to exile the top card of your library. You can play it, and if you don't, you deal 2 damage. Now, the difficult thing with that first ability in this build is I don't play that many bombs. I do play them, and I do need them, but I don't play many of them. because yeah, I got a lot of card advantage, so sooner or later those few fatties will show up, but I don't want to exile them by not able to cast them with the first ability, so you gotta be careful with that. So when I use that first ability, I will be make always sure that I can play whatever I draw. Then the second ability is the one that I will be using the most, and that's adding 2 red to our mana pool to cast more creatures or to cast a fatty. And the third ability, yeah, I don't have much board control, so at least I can blow up a creature, so that's a nice addition as well. And the last ability, to be honest, I haven't even be able to use it yet with this build, but if I can, I will definitely do it, of course. Then I play 1 copy of the Barrel's Expertise. This is also a pretty nice card, 5 mana, and you get to return up to 3 target artifacts or creatures to their owner's hand, and then you can cast a card with convert a mana cost 4 or less from your hand for free. So yeah, great value. You get to play 2 cards for 5 mana, and but I only play 1 copy, and that's because if you wind up against a control deck with not many creatures, it's not a dead card, but it's not that valuable either. The good thing is I can take back creatures of my own as well, because of the enter the battlefield effects. But yeah, that gets the tempo out of it, and I guess in a tournament I want to keep that tempo up, so that's why I only play 1 copy. Then the Green Warden of Murasa, yeah. First I played the Combustible Gearhulk instead of this guy. Gearhulk is an artifact, you can copy it with Sahili Rai and everything, and yeah, that's absolutely a great card, but the Green Warden is more valuable in this build, and the reason is because the Gearhulk, when he enters the battlefield, they will almost always let you draw the cards, and to be quite honest, I don't need those cards anymore because I draw cards enough with this deck. I don't run dry, so yeah, I don't need it, the Gearhulk. So I play the Green Warden of Murasa, then I can get back that Reclamation Sage or whatever that I need. It's also a great card to copy because yeah, his enter the battlefield is one of the best in my opinion. So yeah, he made the spot instead of the Gearhulk. Then the Woodland Bellower, yeah, obviously I wanna go fetch that. I wanna fetch that Reclamation Sage, and if I don't need them, there are a few others that will that are worth fetching, and that's the Rogue Refiner is the second one, or even one of these 2 guys. Anyway, it's extra value. Then the Hydra here for 6 mana, we get a big fatty. Yeah, you get to search another land. So I only play 1 special land, and that's the uh, the the Westphal Abbey here. That's the only one special that I play, and I can go fetch that with the Hydra. I play a lot of creatures, so getting 5 creatures on the battlefield isn't a problem most of the time, and Westphal Abbey won me games by transforming it into this prince here, obviously. Um, then what do we have? Sahili's Artistry, also another card to copy some stuff. You can copy 2 things, and that's an artifact and a creature, which is pretty damn nice. You get for 6 mana, you can get 2 fatties or whatever, or a great artifact and another fatty or whatever, or you want, even if it's neat, you copy that Rex Sage or a Treasure Keeper. They're not that exciting perhaps, but they always have value, so that's the theme of the deck. I wanted value, value, value. I'm a bit greedy with this deck, but that's what I wanted, and I think I managed to do that. Then the absolute bomb is Omnat Locus of Rage. For 7 mana we get a 5/5 with the landfall ability, and that's whenever a land enters the battlefield we get a 5/5 red and green elemental creature token onto the battlefield. And whenever he dies or another elemental, we get to deal 3 damage to a creature or a player. So great card. Then for the mana base, 3 island, 2 mountains, 3 forest, then only 2 manlands, the Lumbering Falls, the hexproof is quite decent here. Cinderglade, 2 copies, then that 1 copy of the Westphal Abbey, Rootbound Crag, 2 copies, the Hinterland Harbor, 2 copies, Sulphurfall, 2 copies, all 3 copies of Aetherhub, and only 2 copies of Evolving Wilds. I think that's the 2 copies is a good balance. 4 was too much in my experience in the testing, and I needed still a little bit to fix it also, because yeah, there are some most of the cards have double colors, I mean especially later. But for example, Chandra, I only splashed the red, I only play three red cards, and but Chandra is one of them, and when I ever I want to play her at the 4th turn, of course, so that's why I play the Evolving Wilds and the Aetherhub to help that make possible. So now let's check out the curve real fast. So 8 2-drops, we don't have 1-drop, then we go to 16, and then we go down to 6-1, and then up a little bit again to 5. Most of the deck is green, followed by blue, and then just a splash of red. Yeah. CGB, he made an analysis about all the players' deck lists and the upcoming match in the first round. And when he reviewed my deck here, he wondered why I didn't play Elder Deep Find, and I must admit that that's probably a big error of me not playing that guy. I could probably easily drop the expertise for it, for example, and the Omnat probably to play 2 Deep Finds, but I was so caught up in the theme of card advantage and enter the battlefield effects that I just didn't think about Elder Deep Find. I have no other explanation about it. I just forgot about it, and it will and that's a mistake, because it would be a great addition in this deck without a doubt. Then again, I do have the fatties. I still have win conditions. I think I have a decent chance. What are the weak matchups? Yeah, obviously everything that's aggressive. The vehicle decks are going to be a problem if I don't find my Reclamation Sage soon enough. Mill is a pretty damn difficult matchup, because I draw a lot of cards, and then if they're gonna start milling me on top of that, it can go pretty fast. That's difficult as well. Yeah, but the thing with this deck is I've won against every archetype. I've won against aggro with it, mid-range, mill, control, planeswalkers, vehicles, you name it. I've had matchup against everything, and I have won against everything. I've also lost against everything, so it's not strong per se against something specific. It has some weaknesses against those that I've mentioned before, but other than that, I think it's a good all-round build. The downside of it is that I lack removal and interaction, so I gotta swarm the board a bit and make some early blockers to get to my fatties. And that's basically it, guys. And of course, I already know my first opponent. He's Basmil, a player that I don't know yet. And of course, he's playing dun dun dun. Is it Mill? So that's already going to be a real tough one. And I don't know if you guys saw my last participation in the tournament, but I don't know which edition it was again. I think it was Shadows over Innistrad or something like that. I don't know. I don't recall. But anyway, I had to play against 2 or 3 mill decks or something, and that was really horrible. I'm so bad against those decks. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in that tournament, that you show up and watch all those games. There's also a tournament on Steam that's called the Showdown. You can find all the information about that one on the forum of No Goblins Allowed as well, or on the Reddit. Check it out, it's gonna be a blast. There are a lot of good players around there, and where you can learn a lot from. and I hope I get your guys' support. So hope I see you guys there. Bye bye, guys. See you then. Have a nice day.